Savants. This is a tech race, which of course you have known already if you have seen so far. They start with four techs. Let's do this start first. The integrated research is important because they have four tech specialty on their planets. So the integrated research is that your tech specialty planets have 20% chance to give you a free tech of the color that they are specialized in at cleanup. They always have the lowest tech. And besides that, you have three other random and basic techs, of course, which is the tech that has no requirement. But they then they of course they do not have any infantry. They do not have these three techs: the neural motivator, the master trader, and the integrated economics, because of course of their savants non-specific thingy. They start with two PDSs, carrier mech, two mechs, four research ships, and a space dock. The research ship, the Explorer, that they are called, are different because they have you get 3 for 1, but they do not have any combat, so they get destroyed if they don't flee. But they can retreat before combat because they have an advanced scanner, and Space Things has two times success chance, so there are some stuff. And Mordai 2 do not eat infantry to give tech, so you can explore Mordai 2 to get red techs with the exploration ship without sacrificing infantry. The other tech that they are, or the two, of course, the exploration ship 2 gets upgraded to a move 3. Anything else is not changed. But they have their own special tech. They get 2 votes in the Senate per 2 techs. They 1 vote in the Senate. They get have 2 techs. They have, and this could be quite much because besides having this tech, and of course they have the flagship that can be upgraded 2 times. Then they have copied the techs from the Yolnar system that have fighter units or combat units up to 3. So they have the Dreadnought 3, the Cruiser 3, the Carrier 3, and the Warsan 2. No? Where's the normal Warsan? Oh, the Warsan normal 2 is there. And the Fighters 3. And because that's not all, they also have 8 techs that are other races' speciality techs, because they are so brilliant that they can tech them if they want. So they have a copy of these. That's the basics. Let's do the social awareness. They cannot be the speaker or do the lobby action or assemble the Senate. And they do not use action cards because they are so socially awkward that their spice doesn't work. And they get +2 to the influence cost of all deal making. All the deal making is if you give promissory notes, giving and receiving, tech trading, permanent trade routes, and hiring mercenaries, and plot actions. They still can do the plots, but if they want to take more plots, it costs 2 influences more than the normal 2 influences. So they really are not socially adept. But then their invaded planets gives no influences, because people, they are too smart, and if other people try to work with them, they notice that it doesn't work at all. So other planets don't contribute to influence. And the bigger drawback is that they have a 20% and a 50% chance per cleanup to go independent, not the first round. So if they take stuff, they usually get flipped back. And they do not get the influence from Ministerium cards, and they cannot vassalize other races. And of course, independent systems do not join them peacefully, because they don't feel that Savants are good at leadership. But then the bonus is they have tech genius. They can research plus up to 2 techs more, so up to 4 techs. They get -2 to influence and resource cost of teching. And of course they cannot do more intellectual tech law. That would increase there. Yes, then the agent is the lamp is bad. The science outpost. Exhaust to allow a race to place a tech specialty symbol on a planet that does not have one and pay 3 resources, or exhaust to give 1 resource to a tech you are researching, -1. So this is the reason why their Theoria has all the techs specialities, because the science outpost has been working. So of course in the beginning you also always just use this one, but then you can start to talk to other races about giving them the ability to build some outposts. Their commander is the war genius. They get unlocked when they have 4 red techs, and of course they start with, well, possibly 2, because they start with random 3 techs, so it could be 2 red as well, but probably just 1 or 0. And when they get unlocked, they have, you may research 1 type 3 unit tech, which of course was this, and this is included, but the number is wrong. Unit tech per turn if you have used the tier 2 unit of that type in combat. So you need first to upgrade this to normal, and then if you have the commander unlocked, then you can start researching 1 of these per turn. And of course the commander has a thing for other races if they have a military alliance with them. So races with you have a military alliance can buy your type 3 unit techs. Of course, it costs you much to do it, but of course they will probably pay the influence cost if they get type 3 unit types. The hero is unlocked when you have 4 different colored relic fragments. So you need to have blue, red, and green, and 1 black. And then you get purge the fragments and get 3 relics. It's the extra. Okay, yeah, you can read. The mech is nice because it gets upgraded over time. It gets +1 to combat per red tech, but of course it only starts with 9. The usual mechs start with 12, but of course there are many red techs. There are 6. And they have +2 here, so this could go up to much 17, something like that. 6 + 9 is 6, 7, 8 + 9. Well, yeah, 17. Normal. Other than that, if they happen to become the emperor, there happens this. Yeah. No Senate meeting can be convened in 3 galactic turns, and then the Savants lose the emperorship, and no one speaks of this again. So because they cannot be the speaker and they cannot convene the Senate, then of course if they become the emperor, it sucks. And the thing with the crew, it doesn't matter if you're not playing with the crew. So the base planet is really good. Of course no, not really good, but yeah, 2 and 6, they have not much resources, but they have really good. But the tech speciality is really the important stuff, because they have a big chance to get more techs. And the exploration ships are really nice for them. And of course they don't have any infantry. As you can see, the infantry has been removed here, no infantry, because they are not no one. They are nerds, they don't fight if they don't have a big armor mech thingy. The data, their flagship has the ability of, it has a, I haven't written it, has an alpha alpha omega drive that gives them the 1-die-4 movement. But you have to mark the direction before you throw. Otherwise, quite normal hit points. But then it get upgraded to have better stats, more capacity, and a little combat and 1 hit point. But it still gives 1-die-4. But if you get it up to the data 3, you give movement of 1-die-6. So that's of course horrifical if you manage to throw a 6. It's interesting. That is the Savants. They are interesting. And yep, that's it. Come and enjoy it. It would be interesting to play it. Of course, it gets nerfed probably, or gets upgraded after I have playtested it, but it's nice to have a video here somewhere. Bye.